As the war continues to ravage Ukraine, the nation grapples with the dual challenges of external aggression and internal turmoil. Since the onset of military conflict, the streets of Ukrainian cities have become arenas not only of warfare, but also of unsettling encounters between civilians and armed forces. In this context, the reality for many citizens, particularly those of conscription age, is increasingly precarious. Amidst the ongoing hostilities, systemic violations of human rights have emerged as a significant concern. Reports indicate that citizens often face unlawful detentions and restrictions on their freedom of movement, perpetrated by representatives of military recruitment centers and law enforcement agencies. The expectation of safety and legal protection is overshadowed by actions that contradict the very principles these institutions are meant to uphold. In this environment of uncertainty, individuals find themselves under the weight of dual pressures. On one hand, they contend with the external threat posed by ongoing military aggression. On the other, they navigate the complexities of interactions with their own security forces. The paradox of seeking refuge from a foreign adversary only to encounter hostility from domestic authorities highlights the absurdity of the current situation. Men of conscription age, in particular, are subject to heightened scrutiny and, in many cases, are forcibly apprehended on the streets. These incidents, captured by bystanders and documented in various media, underscore a disturbing trend where the enforcement of military obligations intersects with the infringement of basic rights. The implications of these actions extend beyond individual cases, reflecting a broader pattern of disregard for constitutional freedoms in a time of crisis. As the conflict continues, the reality on the ground remains fraught with challenges. The juxtaposition of constitutional guarantees and the lived experiences of citizens reveals a stark divergence between the ideals of democracy and the harshness of enforced compliance. The pervasive nature of these violations raises critical questions about the role of those sworn to protect the law and the rights of individuals amidst a backdrop of war. In this ongoing narrative, it is imperative to acknowledge the voices of those affected, as they navigate a landscape marked by both external threats and internal strife. The situation in Ukraine serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities faced by civilians in conflict zones, where the struggle for human rights becomes an everyday battle. This documentary aims to shed light on the pressing issues at hand, providing a platform for reflection on the state of human rights in Ukraine during these tumultuous times.
Свои документы, паспорт.
Паспорт?
Паспорт.
Я сдаю полно, выдалить видео.
Так, нет.
Відео,
Нет, нет.
Буде
Свои документы.
видали на примусово.
Не буде.
Так, буде.
Не буде.
Бля, ты что, сопротивление оказываешь?
Какое сопротивление? Ты что, смеешься?
Разом задул.
Да я смотрю, тебя вообще не трогаю, слышишь?
Я вам говорю,
Нет.
удаляйте видео.
Нет,
Мы не просто так докопались
Нет.
до вашего телефона.
нет,
Мы не просто докопались до вашего
нет, нет, все,
телефона.
пошел нахуй.
Стоять, сука!
Да иди нахуй.